Decommissioning?
I know I'm not the only one who's ever questioned the morality of decommissioning, so let's talk about it. First off, what exactly is decommissioning? In the Kids Next Door universe, the moment a KND agent turned 13, everything they had done as a kid hero vanished in an instant. Every memory of the Kids Next Door, every mission, every friend, every secret, was completely erased. I've always wondered when this practice really began, and it turns out it dates farther back than we ever imagined. In Operation Zero, we learned that the Kids Next Door has existed for decades, long before Number One's time, proven by the discovery of the ancient Book of KND by his father, Monty Uno. Now, we don't exactly know why they weren't as active or visible during Grandfather's tyrannical reign, but one thing's clear. The organization existed long before that dark era. This idea is further supported in Operation Caked 5, where we're told the story of thousands of KND operatives who were frozen during the ice cream explosion at the Alamode, an event that happened way back in the early 19th century. And when those agents were finally thawed out, they were technically older than 13, leading to a massive wave of decommissioning. We even get a glimpse of what seems to be a 19th century decommissioning chamber, proof that this practice has been around for generations, possibly since the very birth of the organization itself. At the present time, the procedure was overseen by Number 86, the head of decommissioning and global tactical officer. She commanded a decommissioning squad who had these 2x4 technology machines called
Kids Next Door, Dodo, decommissioned operative hunter drives on hydraulics,
to capture any member that tried to escape the procedure. So, how did Number 86 and her squad know who's due for decommissioning? Well, whenever an operative nears their 13th birthday, the KND's central system flags them and issues a decommissioning order. The head of the decommissioning squad is notified. The operative must be brought to the moon base that very day. Because the process is mandatory, some operatives go willingly, while others try to escape. And in those cases, they have to be hunted down and captured. Once they arrive, they're escorted into the decommissioning chamber. On rare occasions, cooperative agents are even given a brief farewell, like Maurice, aka Number 9, who was allowed a short celebration. Inside the chamber, they're strapped into the memory erasing device, which uses plungers to suck away every trace of their KND life. Once it's done, they're free to live as ordinary teens, but strict rules prevent them from interfering with KND operations. Alongside memory erasure, the agent's booger is removed from the code module, a device containing the genetic material of every active KND operative worldwide, cutting off any chance of returning. Their name is even announced on the KND nightly news as having turned 13, and a moment of silence is observed. Now, other teens also get this information and actively try to recruit decommissioned agents into their own group, known as the Teen Ninjas, that now operates in direct opposition to the Kids Next Door. But what if someone hacked the Moonbase database to manipulate ages and trigger decommissioning early? That's exactly what happened in Operation End. Number 274's 13th birthday was coming up, and his parents wanted to throw him a party. He didn't want this because all his friends would know he was turning 13, so he tried to prevent that birthday from happening at all costs. His parents, however, had sent personalized birthday invites to Sector V and Q, so he tampered with the database, altering their ages so he could get these sectors decommissioned. And it worked. Only Number 1 managed to escape. The rest of his squad was captured, sent to the moon base, and decommissioned. For a terrifying moment, they didn't recognize their leader, or any of their missions. Imagine losing every single friend you've shared a ton of memories with, all in an instant. That's the true horror of decommissioning. Now, this isn't the first time an operative tried to escape decommissioning. In Operation Fugitive, Number 206 turned 13 and was being transported to the moon base aboard a prison ship, but he sabotaged the vessel mid-flight and escaped. Then there's Cree Lincoln, formerly Number 11, who outright refused decommissioning and went on to become one of the Teen Ninja leaders. And technically, Number 12 avoided it too. She didn't even wait to turn 13. She switched sides early and joined the teens, helping them steal the Kids Next Door code module. While decommissioning is normally tied to an operative turning 13, we can see that the device isn't limited to that age. There are instances where it has been used on individuals younger or older than the standard age, showing that its function extends beyond the usual rule. All this said, what we need to really look into is, was it necessary? From the kids next door's perspective, decommissioning wasn't just a policy. It was both a method and a shield. The organization survived on secrecy.
Every mission, every 2x4 tech, every code word relied on the fact that adults, and by extension teens, didn't know it existed. As operatives grew older, they inevitably began to understand the adult world, forming connections, desires, and perspectives that might have compromised the mission. To the KND, decommissioning was an act of protection, not cruelty. It was the firewall that kept their world pure, hidden, and operational. If one agent slipped, the whole structure could collapse. In that light, erasing memories was insurance, a safeguard, for the next generation of kids still fighting the good fight.
But from another point of view, it was horrifying. It was the ultimate betrayal, a system that destroyed the very heroes who built it. These were operatives who had fought, bled, and sacrificed for childhood freedom, only to be erased the moment they outgrew their usefulness. The process didn't just wipe memories. It deleted relationships, identity, and purpose. Fandom discussions often interpreted it as a dark metaphor for growing up, the moment when innocence faded and the magic of childhood was forcibly stripped away. This really hit hard in Operation Maurice, where Number 5 watched her mentor, her leader, and the person she looked up to so much, get decommissioned right in front of her. It broke her. She spiraled into this deep depression, and for the first time, she started asking herself, was all the fighting even worth it? Because no matter how strong, how brave, or how loyal you were to the course, that was the fate waiting for every kid in the KND. Decommissioning had been necessary for the survival of the organization, but it was morally ambiguous at its core. It ensured the safety of thousands of children, while simultaneously shattering the lives of those who had made that safety possible. Some accepted it with pride, others escaped it in terror. But there was a glimmer of hope. We learn about an undercover KND group called the Teens Next Door, operatives over the age of 13 who infiltrate and observe both adult and teen operations, feeding valuable intel back to the kids. This group is a secret exception to the decommissioning rule. They are allowed to keep their memories and are repurposed as long-term operatives among teens and adults. Maurice was one of them, and we later discover that Chad, aka Number 274, was also part of the team. Even in the credits of Operation Maurice, we catch a glimpse of a female operative smiling at Number 5, hinting at the network of operatives quietly protecting the KND from within.
Now, to finish it off, let's talk about recommissioning.
Yes, the memory erasure isn't always permanent. The recommissioning module is a rare piece of tech that can restore erased KND memories. It features prominently in the Operation Zero arc, where Number 1 is able to use it to bring back his dad, Number 0. It's also used to bring back grandfather's memories and restore Sector Z.
So what are your thoughts on decommissioning? Comment below, and as always, subscribe.